Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Ironhide. Well, if you know this figure, then you know how pricey this guy can get. I think this is one of the most scalped figures in Studio Series. Like, this guy can definitely go up there in price. And that's without the box, too. Well, for me, I was just scrolling on eBay one day when I found this guy, with box, mind you, which we'll look at soon, for like, I think like 60-something pounds. And I just immediately jumped at that because, I mean, this is a figure I thought I would never get. Because the only other option would be that 5-pack that they did recently. And that's like, what, 200-something pounds, I think? So, yeah. So, 60-something pounds with box. I could not say no to that because it was a chance to get this guy for less than 100 pounds. So, yeah. Now, looking at the box for this guy. Well, of course, we've got the early Studio Series style packaging before they enhanced the artwork. So, of course, we've got a picture of Ironhide here with one of his cannons. Number 14 in the Studio Series line, so we're still quite early in. Because we're past 100 now. Like, we're doing concept art figures now, and we've exceeded the amount of characters that Studio Series can do. Of course, this is from the first movie, Autobot Ironhide. This side, I got a picture of his face. This side is just a picture of Ironhide, I guess, looking heroic. The back, I got Ironhide in both modes. Of course, big screen inspired. Mission City Battle, and it says what he does in the film. Of course, it mentions that cool, I guess, time he dodges the missiles. Of course, it's that flip that he does. Backdrop included, and a little cross promo for Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, Revenge of the Fallen Prime, and the first movie Starscream, which I do have and have reviewed. And I do really want to get this guy, because this is a really tall Voyager figure. Although this guy, I think like the Darker Than the Moon and first movie versions of this guy are sort of better than this guy, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And for the backdrop, don't have the little plastic insert for this guy, so just trying to remove this. Oh, of course, got the little paper thing, don't need that. And of course, it's pretty much the city after all the debris. So this is probably like the end of the film, or like the climax in the battle. Like when Sam uses the Allspark or Megatron. And we can just put Ironhide here if you want. Although, yeah, these are more designed for robot mode, so we'll come back to this later. Although, yeah, this does look really cool. And let's actually focus on Ironhide. And yeah, for the films, he was redesigned not as a red van, but as a black pickup truck. And I think this is the version of Ironhide I was introduced to when I first got into Transformers. So, yeah, I've got a bit of nostalgia for this Ironhide. Like, don't get me wrong, I love G1 Ironhide to death, but I think that movie Ironhide is also really cool. So looking at the details, well, right on the side here, we've got an Autobot insignia. Of course, that's going to be visible in robot mode just with how he transforms. Here we've got the door, which, fortunately, doesn't really tap in. I don't know if, like, it was something the seller did, if it was always like this or what, but yeah, this door just does not go in. I don't know. Here it says 4x4. The back got an Autobahn insignia just actually molded in, which I'm pretty sure is actually a detail on the actual vehicle that they use for the films. It says GMC because this is a GMC top kick if I'm correct. Again, 4x4. Yeah, the bed, you can't really put anything in it, but we do have the little slots for the weapons. The front, it says road armor. And again, we got the GMC logo right there. The windshield, we got these wipers. And his head just sort of sticking out there. Okay. The wheels, well, yeah, hubcaps are black, but I think that's the thing on the actual vehicle. And these actually roll really well. Like, for being just pegged in, these wheels roll quite well. And in fact, this guy rolls really well. This is probably one of the smoothest rolls I've got in my collection. It's like, with most Studio Series figures, you know, they just sort of roll a bit and just stop. But this guy, he rolls the entire length of my table here. So, yeah. I think that's definitely an upside to this. Like, the rolling is just really good. A few downsides, well, again, this is probably just me being an idiot, but a few things don't really tab in. Again, this door, the back, but another downside is, there's a few bits of kibble. Namely, the feet are just sticking out here. Plus, these hinges here, which are meant to be like the back of his knees. They're just visible right there. Of course, the weapons do cover them up, but without the weapons, they're just visible. And if you want to count it, then the head is peeking through the windshield, so I don't know, semi-homage to the original G1 Ironhide, where his face was peeking out through the windshield. That's just more necessity for the transformation. But still, I love this vehicle mode. Now, for the accessories, well, of course, this is movie vs. Ironhide, so we got his cannons. So we got this one. And then we got this one, which kind of reminds me of the Spencer's weapon. And I think they even molded it to look like it comes out the back here. Because, of course, this just plugs in. Like, you see the tiny peg here. It just goes in there. As does this one. If I've actually got that. Yep, there we go. So these cannons just plug into the back, like so. And yeah, you can see how they sort of molded it so it actually looks like it comes out the back. Maybe it just came out around the time of like Dark of the Moon or Resident 4 and just would have come out as like a mech tech or mech alive weapon thing. But yeah, this just plugs on. But I still like the attention to detail, and the silver paint looks really nice. Now, blast effect compatibility, I kind of doubt it, because, you know, I think this was a few months before Siege came out, so this wasn't really in their agenda at the moment. Not like current studio series where Commander Class Ultra Magnus literally comes with boss effects. So, yeah. But still. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about the vehicle mode. Overall, I love how this looks. I mean, I love how his vehicle mode looks overall, but for this figure, sure, there's some bits sticking out, but I think this mode looks really nice. I mean, is there like better Ironhide figures with better alternate modes? Well, I mean, the only other movie versus Ironhide I've messed with is the first movie wanted. Quite frankly, I'm not a fan of that one because the transformation was quite fiddly. But, well, I just love this vehicle mode, so yeah. Shame this is a victim of scalping. I mean, of course, you could get this through the 5-pack, but still. I do kind of wish that they would re-release this someday. Maybe like a Nest redeco like they did with Ratchet and Bone Crusher. I don't know. Just so more people can get this easily. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the vehicle mode. So let's move on to their transformation. And well, I think that their transformation can be fun in a few areas, but fiddly in a few. Well, fiddly in a few other bits. So, to start off, I'm just going to push these wheels in like so. Something that Legacy Skids would do a few years later. Untap the doors. Just move them out. So, yeah, just untap the doors and open them out. Split the legs. Try and open this. There we go. So we move the foot down and move this section up like so. So move this bit up, move the foot down, while continuing to move this up. Just close up these bits like so. Come here, get the windshield, move that around. So now we've got this weird girl walk, I guess. I mean, if you want it to be some weird girl walk mode, then there you go. But we're just going to move the arms down and out the way. So we can open this. So just move the bumper down. Get the arms out the way so we can move the head down. Untap the front bits like so. There we go. And then try and get them tabbed into here. Also, moving this bit out. It's really hard to show because my shadow is sort of covering the figure, and seeing how the figure is also black, it's really hard to show off, but you want to get these out the way so we can move this out. There we go. Get these tabbed into these little bits here. So if I can demonstrate with one of them. Because this can be kind of fiddly. There we go. So you want to push in the front wheel and then get this section tabbed into here. So pushing the wheel and then just get this tabbed in. There we go. And yeah, just move the arms around. Move the head down. And this is meant to go into Ironhide's throat. So let's see if I've got that fully in. There we go. Just move that down. So turn around the figure, fold in the windshield, move this to the back so we can spin around the doors. And then these can go into here. Like so. So spin around the doors. And then that goes into there. And here we have Ironhide in robot mode. And yeah, the transformation is quite fun, but yeah, there's a few fiddly bits. Namely trying to get these front sections tabbed in. But once you manage, the resulting robot mode does look quite good. Although, yeah, the cannons do sort of complete the look in my opinion, so let's just actually add them in. So we've got these ports on the arms that the cannons just plug into. Again, ports, that just goes in. This one is much trickier to do. There we go. And now he looks more complete. And yeah, the resulting robot mode just, I mean, it's Ironhide. I mean, come on. He wants to know if you're feeling lucky. And, well, I think that this is a solid representation of Ironhide pre-Sentinel Prime attack. So just having a 360 of him. I mean, of course, there's still car parts wrapped around him, but still, I think this looks really nice. And looking at the head, well, I think on my copy there's a bit of a oopsie on the paint there on the eyes, because the right eye looks a bit bigger. I don't know if that's an accident or not, or if that's just me seeing things, but still, the head, I mean, of course, that's just the big nose look that the movie vs. Ironhide has. So, yeah. And speaking of heads, this is something that I noticed when watching a Fuse video on this guy. If you look at the headlights, the bumper, and this bit, we're looking at all this together, it sort of resembles some sort of weird face. Like when Fuse noted that in his video, I can't unsee it now. It's just some weird pareidolia. And now you probably can't unsee it either. So, yeah, I apologize then. But while talking about the accessories, well, of course, this guy's got his cannons, and they just go onto his arms. He could probably hold them, but of course, like the cannons were mounted on the arms in the film, so. And he's got normal hands if you want to plug in other weapons, like, I don't know, a sword or something. I couldn't think of anything there, but yeah, this guy just has, like, this guy just looks right with his cannons. Although, I do kind of wish that they were Blastfit compatible, but as I said, I think this guy came out a few months before Siege came out, so it does make sense at least. So that's not a complaint with this figure. Now, for this guy's articulation, well, his head can go side to side, about that far. His head can sort of look up and down. Well, yeah, you're going to unplug this thing from his throat if you do. The arms are kind of weird. Like, if you look closely, you can see how they're mounted. And in fact, I've actually once again forgotten a step, because you're supposed to flip these bits out. So yeah, I forgot to flip these out, but like they're just hidden in there, so it's really easy to forget these. So yeah, but continuing the articulation, the arms are really weird. Like, you can still move them, but yeah, as you can hear, they're kind of creaky, and well, they can still go outwards, but yeah, you can sort of see how unnatural that kind of looks, just because they're sort of out back, like so. Like, the arms are just, they're not fully downwards, it's sort of outwards, like so, if you can see that. So, yeah. But, anyways, got elbows. So at the elbow, wrist swivel, nothing at the waist, because I think this was before Siege came along and updated the articulation standards. You can kick back, knee. You can do the splits. Unfortunately, there's no ankle, but you can still take the wheels out if you want. So, yeah. Now, bringing out the backdrop. That's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. So, complaints. Definitely these little bits, because, well, as you saw, I forgot to flip them out. I mean, they're probably supposed to be like faux tires, but I don't know. It's just, I forgot to flip them out, and I think, oh no, the box also has them, but yeah, if you're not careful, you can definitely forget they exist, like I nearly did. So, yeah, just remember to flip them out. Another complaint, the thing that connects the thing that connects to his throat can also come off quite easily. Like, not come off as in fully, but it can detach from his throat. So, yeah. I also find that trying to get these bits tabbed in can also be kind of fiddly, but, well, the trade-off is, when you do it, there's a really satisfying click, so. I also find trying to transform the legs can be kind of fiddly. So, and finally, the fact that this guy is basically now Scalper's territory. Yep, if you want this guy, you're either going to have to pay a Scalper, hope you get lucky, or just get him in the Autobot 5-pack with Prime, Bumblebee, Ratchet, and Jazz, which is like, I think either 200 or 150 pounds, I can't remember. Which, yeah, still pricey, but alone this guy's probably like 150 or something. And I paid like 70 for this guy, which is still a lot, but still, at least it was less than 100. So yeah, the fact that this is a heavily scalped figure, I think that's kind of sad, because overall, I love this figure. Like, this guy's got a really fun and cool looking alternate mode. He looks really cool in robot mode as a display piece. Sure, the articulation's really weird, but I mean, it's Ironhide. This is one of the main characters from the first 3 films. I mean, if you're doing a Studio Series collection, then this guy's kind of essential. So the fact that this guy is now a heavily scalped figure is kind of sad now, but that is kind of to be expected with the older Studio Series figures. So, but yeah, I do kind of hope that they like re-release this guy one day, maybe as like a Nest, Redeco, and Buzzworthy, because they did a Bone Crusher and Ratchet. So why not with more sought after figures? I don't know. But, well, do I recommend this guy? Well, I would say yes, but if you can find it for a good price, yes. Do try not to pay a Scalper. Like, if you can find this guy for like less than 100, then I would say absolutely go get him. But yeah, try not to like go for a Scalper. Try not to go for like a Scalper selling this guy. In fact, I'd just say maybe just go for the Autobot 5-pack version, because I got lucky finding this guy. So yeah, if you want this guy, I'd say your best bet is to just go with the Autobot 5-pack. But yeah, this is still a really nice figure in my opinion. Flawed, but I still really like him. I just wish he wasn't scalped to absolute hell and back. So, yeah. This has been my review on Studio Series Ironhide. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.